Some hard work, but we've been winter prepping at Avalon, so as we're solidly into fall, as the Americans call it, it's time to start like prepping the trees, so surrounding all of them with a base of mulch to keep them secure. So I've got a couple left to do further away from sort of the main orchard, but we're in a pretty good spot, I think, as we go down. Merlin has been not particularly helpful. As we can see, we've got those two. And then we've got our two blueberry bushes. The old established ones on the left, planted in spring, and then a new one from Hornbuck on the right, which looks bigger and healthier, so maybe I bought too early. I worry I planted them a little bit too closely together here, but we'll see. And then as we go down, the trees are looking well secured. This time we've got the separation that's probably a bit more useful between the two blueberries. And the other thing I picked up, because the blackberries were spreading, but very flat, being smothered by the grasses quite a lot, so I've picked up this frame from Hornbuck, so we'll see how that does. The sweet cherry tree is still absolutely huge, so I'm mainly trimming down to encourage it to move out. Grab some photos. Similar with this blackberry. Our peach tree also doing pretty well. And then similar on the front, though the front ones are struggling a bit more. I don't know if there's more wildlife. So if we're seeing more of the deer that I've spotted around coming to the front eating some of the leaves, or proximity to the road, so the soil's not quite as good, or that could be anything really. It could just be it doesn't actually receive as much attention from me as the others, because it's a little harder to get to. But hopefully the mulching will keep these things going well. So they're all decent. And then on the other side of the road, we've got one of our two willow trees, which I think is doing quite nicely, and will be, hopefully, a bit of a signature entrance. Nice weeping willow tree here. Also suck up some of the moisture from this area, because down there, as the weather turns, we get a lot of rubbish. So I'm going to take this little guy for a walk, and need to do some mulching around a couple of final trees. We'll see how it goes. It is incredibly humid, so I think we're going to get a pretty heavy rainstorm soon. And yeah, my fully finished driveway that's been approved by the council. So that is finally done. Started that in December last year, so it's taken a solid 9 months to get through. So at 5:30 this morning, vehicle came through and has trimmed the edging all along here, which is cool. Like, it's brought all of the trees and things back, which is good, but a little bit nervous if they come back around and do down there, given how close this might be to the main running. But broadly, this is to keep the drainage channel clean, so it's nice they do it, because trying to do that myself with how fast some of these trees grow up, because all of this growth back there came right to the edge, like small oak trees and everything coming up, which was a lot. I thought when I was woken up at 5:30 in the morning, looked out the window and saw a big machine here, that it was the guys coming to finally collect the wood, but no joy. So this is still here. Not much far of a year off of owning this place. They've done a pretty good job. They'd come by previously, I guess a different group, to do the mile marker. So the mile marker looks great. But what's interesting as we go down, now this has been sort of properly done, is this bit here is pretty well flattened already. I mean, not so much when you go down, but if I wanted to do a second entrance at any point, for alternate parking or something, or even just like getting stuff onto the land down this side, because it's somewhat difficult down there, it could be good. The pond is filling back up and our seating area is holding up well. Still needs pinning down, but the water, well, it's pretty cloudy because it's churning up the mud as the rain comes down, but the water doesn't have that reddish tinge, so hopefully this will be good. And then at least some of the plants along the side are doing really well, but the plants I planted in the water, not so much. They've either been thoroughly subsumed or died due to a lack of water, so we'll have to see how that goes. I have a suspicion that next year I will need to use the well to at least keep this somewhat full, but we'll see. The pond's filling back out, which is nice, and the plants around the side are doing really well, and at least one of the water plants seems to be doing good. We've got some odd growth there, so hopefully that continues and it survives being thoroughly sunk, but we'll see. And they've been back to do this side of the thing, which is great. So it's cleared up pretty much everything, but I've still got these. I've got my trees, which I was a little tiny bit worried about we're going to get hit. So I could probably do with moving some of this, but otherwise things are looking good. The wind's been really bad overnight, and we've got a tree branch fallen. It's going to need tidying. I imagine there's probably a few more. If I do a full explore, it's still raining. It's going to be raining all day, so a bit of an odd time to be here.